Abusia mamena wasene me wakwa ba se o hweme. Na nsen e na MPP minority in parliament omo be press conference bi no mo nsem nyina na omo kan ene se Honorable Okudzeto Abrakwa foreign affairs minister on resign. Na die nti e no mo se on resign. Minua sa asem ye omo eba be kan yi e generate debate bi e wo TV3 morning show so. Yenko na yenko tie Dr. Zaato wone edem agbana ena Solomon Owusu nsemu a omo eka de pa sa press conference yi eho na wo hwe videos no miensa ewia mia na wa comment section ho na wa kire wadwi unya unsubscribe nso amestra se wo subscribe like video yi na shema wo bi no nso onya bi enwe nyankopon hira ye hwe video no emra.
We've had ministers of foreign affairs in this country that every Ghanaian can be proud of. We've had ministers of foreign affairs in this country, every Ghanaian can beat your chest and say, yes, I'm proud to have Victor Beho as my minister of foreign affairs. I'm proud to have Victor Obed Asamoah as my minister of foreign affairs. I'm proud to have Mohamed Mumuni as my minister of foreign affairs. I'm proud to have Nana Adonko Akufo-Addo as my minister of foreign affairs. And I am proud to have Shirley Ayoko Boche as my minister of foreign affairs. And then today, what we have got is, to quote my friend here, a low-budget Ablakwa. Not even the normal Ablakwa.
The man himself is low budget.
What Ghana has is that our chief diplomat is not only the Ablakwa that was in Parliament, but a low-budget Ablakwa. How did we descend? How did we degenerate here to now be led by our chief diplomat being a low-budget Ablakwa, not even the only Ablakwa?
What do you mean by he himself?
I didn't say low-budget Ablakwa. He said, you didn't ask him to explain it, so you cannot tell me. Okay. He said we have a low-budget Ablakwa.
So I'll ask you the question.
Do you realize that in Nkrumah's Ghana?
Why do you say?
Do you realize that
he's a low budget of himself?
Our minister of foreign affairs is a low-budget version of himself. That's a shame. That's a disgrace.
Okay. So why? What are your points?
When we sit down and we see how we have degenerated and our diplomacy has suffered over the years, I now realize why. Because he was the research assistant to the man, and he's now telling us that even the version we have is a low-budget version of that man. And that is a shame. We have been told by this same forum, low-budget Ablakwa, that it was through diplomacy that when we were removed from Agua, that we were able to come back. If you think you have the power to get us on Agua, why weren't we able to lobby to get out of this visa ban? How come that we were not able to now go and make our way to get out of this visa ban?
Are we the only countries that?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. There are countries that are not on it. How is it that those countries are not on it?
But Nigeria has been included.
I don't care. I'm not Nigerian. I'm Ghanaian. I'm talking about Ghana. I'm saying that there are some countries in Africa that were not included in it. How did those countries, how did their foreign ministers and their ministers of foreign affairs lobby to get them out of it? And how come we are on it? So now that is how you show how efficient and effective you are, to be able to lobby, to be able to bargain, and to be able to make sure that your country doesn't get the tail end of the what? Of the stick. We have not been able to do that. And that's what I'm saying, that it's an amateur award, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, because ever since we have come here, we have never been able. Today, Ghanaians are asking, members of parliament are asking, if you went in to make a deal with the United States, where is that deal? Is it possible that the MOU you signed with them, then you agreed and you signed off our rights to say that we should be included in this list? Was that what you negotiated? Because if the Parliament of Ghana does not have the right to see what we have negotiated, so is it possible that you, in your attempt to get the Agua, you negotiated this away? How come all of a sudden, even with the certain Supreme Court rulings and other things, that you have an MOU, you have understanding with the foreign government, you never bring us to see, we don't see what's happening. So today we have the right to ask, what was negotiated? What rights were negotiated away? What rights were signed away? And how come we are receiving this stick end of these diplomatic relationships? And that's what I'm saying. So for instance, we always have to find out that what is happening, what is doing is because of this. We have never seen our country, Trump came first, we saw him being humiliated and being treated this way. Today we are seeing that, and I am saying that it's important for us to begin to ask some important and critical questions of that ministry, of the minister there, because we have seen better and finer foreign ministers. They have fought for this country. We've seen it in both parties, and that's not what we are seeing today. And if we are seeing this happening to us, then we need to raise important questions. And now I am not surprised that we have been told that we are doing this because we have a low budget Ablakwa.
What do you make about?
First of all, if I ever become president, I will never send Zaato outside this country.
The Zaato hasn't mentioned your name today.
Because exactly so. Because what the impression that he has created to me this morning is that should he meet the Senate, the Foreign Relations Committee chair in the U.S., he will kowtow all the principles, all the interests of this country to that person, or see the principles and the power and authority vested in him to represent Ghana in a very good state to that person, because that person's mind is so powerful. This cannot be the thinking of Zaato and the New Patriotic Party. I am saddened this morning that a sovereign country like Ghana, we will not see ourselves as powerful. What makes a country power? Is it because they have bombs that they can throw at any given time?
So they're the United States of America.
United what? They ran away from Afghanistan.
One of the world's superpowers.
They ran away from Vietnam.
One of the world's superpowers.
They got defeated in Iraq. They have messed themselves across the globe.
But they are still powerful.
In your room, how many of the items here are produced from the United States of America? What makes them powerful? What makes them powerful? You understand? Look, Ghana's foreign policy is captured in our constitution, Article 40. If you have your constitution, read and let's go through what the foreign minister is supposed to do. And let's juxtapose it with what Asafwaje and his people did yesterday. And by the way, it was a total waste of everybody's time. They have reduced opposition. I mean, no wonder the United Party is in place. If we're going to allow this bunch of people to be doing the opposition bidding, we will never get to any place. You are at Article 40?
I'm trying to think why you want to attribute this.
No, but we are talking...
So Article 40.
Absolutely.
Article 40. In dealing with other nations, the government will promote and protect the interests of Ghana.
Yes.
Seek the establishment of the just and equitable international economic and social order.
Yes.
Promote respect for international law, treaty obligations, etc., and continues.
Yes.
And thus adhere to the principles enshrined in, or as the case may be, the aims and ideals of the Charter of the United Nations.
Absolutely.
The Charter of the OAU.
Yes.
The Charter and Treaty of the Economic Community of West African States, another international organization of Ghana, of which is a member.
This is our foreign policy. Can the MPP, particularly Asafwaje, because yesterday I saw only him and I think one person by him, which means that they smuggled themselves to go and organize this press conference. Tell me, which of these principles has Okudzeto, Ablakwa, as it were, obfuscated? Our position on Iran fits into the into Article 40. Our position to do with Israel-Palestine fits here. Our position to deal with what's the name? Israel, when they manhandled 7 Ghanaians at the Ben Gurion airport, fits into this. Maduro's position. I mean, I've heard some people call themselves diplomatic experts. Nobody is an expert in anything.
What do you mean?
When we have all signed on to the UN Charter and international law that says that you cannot just enter a sovereign country and abduct this president, and this happens because of visa, a common visa. Adults would be at gray hair. They are saying that why would our foreign minister and by this government cause such a statement to be written that they abhor what Trump and his people have done to Maduro?
According to your argument, it's undiplomatic.
What is undiplomatic about it? In fact, ever since Okudzeto have loved whatever he has done. That is the position of Ghana. Ghana must always be heard. And our position must always stand. Israel-Palestinian situation, we believe in two-state solution. It has been there since. We believe in Pan-Africanism. Now, Ghana is a sovereign country. Are they saying if today Ghana decides to sack everyone who is not behaving properly in this country, the countries that they are from must be able to persuade us, must force us to rescind our decision? What we are discussing is about immigration, processing of immigration visas. Is that not the case? You must rather be happy if you're a true Ghanaian, a true political party that wishes this country well, that another country magnanimously has said that from today to go on, from the 21st of January 2026, they are no more going to accept Ghanaians to permanently live in the United States. Is it not going to prevent brain drain? We have been complaining that our doctors, our teachers, our nurses are running away from this country. God being so good, they have said that we are no more going to accept them to permanently live there, and that they must live in this country. You as an opposition, a reckless opposition party for that matter, is saying that no, we must go and find the United States to open the floodgates so that all the professionals in this country can go and live there. Is that a sensible position to adopt? That is why I agree with Adam when he says that the guy doesn't seem to know what he's about.
You mentioned about Ken Ofori-Atta, and one of the reasons they are asking for the distinguished diplomat, His Excellency Ambassador Victor Smith, to be withdrawn is that he is giving an update. How shameful that your finance minister, somebody who was in charge of our public purse, after leaving office, is running away from accountability. And if you are a serious political party that respects the people of Ghana, you should be calling for him to come back and account to the good people of Ghana, not getting angry with the person giving an update about his status and the fact that he is in detention. So a political party, per what they said yesterday at their press conference, it means that the NPP is supporting Ken Ofori-Atta's decision to run away from accountability.
But that's all that's
because
what they are saying.
if you are angry with... So, Roland...
What is wrong with the minority supporting Ken Ofori-Atta? After all, he was...
Roland, I never said that there's anything wrong with them supporting Ken. I mean, he's one of them. Yeah. But there is everything wrong in supporting him to run away from accountability.
Yes.
There is nothing wrong in supporting Ken Ofori-Atta as a member of your party. But there is everything wrong in supporting him to run away from accountability. How shameful and embarrassing it is that you served as foreign affairs, as finance minister for the Republic of Ghana, come back and give account. When the minority when the then MPP at the time, they were in majority, about 88 members of parliament came together to demand the dismissal or the resignation of Ken Ofori-Atta. He told us that asking for him to resign is akin to asking a father to run away from his children. Oh, Ken Ofori-Atta, the good people of Ghana are still your children. Why are you running away from your children? That you don't want to come back and give account?
What do you mean by he's running away from?
No, but if he's not running away, for how long will he continue to stay there, to the extent that even when his visa was revoked, the gentleman still insists that he wants to stay in the United States? Did they not tell us? Is it not the same MPP in parliament that told us the reason why Ken could not come back was that he was bedridden and was supposed to undergo surgery? What videos and pictures did we see yesterday? Why was he picked from a hospital bed?
No.
So these people, when they parade themselves, claiming to be speaking for the good people of Ghana, the Ghanaian people are discerning enough to see them and how embarrassing their positions on national matters are. If the NPP indeed is a party that supports accountability, we know they don't, they should be able to ask Ken Ofori-Atta to return and give account for his stewardship. Roland, the NDC government will not be distracted. We have shaped the economy of this country today. On my way here this morning, I was listening to a sister station. Go to the market. Cement dealers, customers are happy with the government that prices of cement has reduced drastically. Yesterday, I bought rice. Prices have come down. The exchange rate is stable. The economy is on a path of progress. Roads have been constructed. If I go to every constituency, every region in this country, you will see traces. Big push projects are ongoing. You will see that across, there is some relief on the good people of Ghana because of good governance. We will not allow those who run this country into junk status, those who destroy this country, with the thinking that because somebody is secretary to a committee of Senate in the United States is so powerful, had huge power, that is so huge power, is so powerful that why is a black guy even replying to him on Twitter and all of that? That low self-esteem and inferiority complex cannot be the thinking that will lead this country into the path of progress. Roland, 2026, we have to be serious as a country. If Asafo-Adjei and his group want to be taken serious, they should take on matters that demand seriousness. But what they have done, like I said, the best we can do with their press statement is to hand it over to Kofi Brookman-Sellers today. Read through the entire statement. It is nothing but a reckless, useless person. I told you that even this morning I spoke to Asafuaje, but that will not hinder me from calling his press conference the most useless press conference in history. They should go and file so that they will list it on the Guinness Book of Records.